I'm gonna assume that. All right, we're on air. If you want to give a quick intro there, sir, Mr. Zan.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining the Apollyon League. I'm joined here with Guardians, my man.
Yo.
This is our third game of the day. Woo! With we got tier 1 team, two tier
1 teams. Team Habibi and Battle Bizkts. We're gonna be starting off with Oasis as our control map, moving into Hollywood, then Horizon, Watchpoint, and then if we go to a tiebreaker, we will be seeing some Lijiang Tower.
You know I always love the tiebreakers.
Alright, I think making sure here that I have VNS. Yeah, that's one of their other folks. Okay, we're going.
Alright, man, let's get it on. Come on! I haven't pulled out my gong in a while.
This is going to be funny because nobody's officially ended up.
Welcome to Oasis.
It's going to be funny because they're going to come in and they're going to be locked out of shit if they're not in the right spots because nobody's telling me what I'm asking them to fucking tell me.
Well,
so
we can, if whatever the outcome is, maybe it'll be. I don't know. Let's just see how it goes.
Exactly. I'm not restarting because if they're not going to give me what I'm asking for, then it's going to be a little bit more interesting. So they have a few moments to assemble their team.
Let's see how it goes, man.
It's going to be hilarious because why do we have people that keep joining in and leaving? They're not going to be able to spectate.
I was wondering the same thing. Let's check that.
Ready for battle.
Okay. We got one in here. Oh wait, no,
I have a feeling that there's going to be some of these guys here going to try to rejoin into full spectator rather than you're only allowed to spectate your team. If that ends up happening, I'm just going to be removing people.
I hope.
But it does look like we're going to be sitting there with a sniper.
I hope Leighton's got your phone or computer turned away from you or something. See you in the chat, man. We don't do stream snipers here. It's not cool.
Alright, I'm going to quickly show lobby. Alright, we're going to see Doomfist taking the first punch, get smacked by a... Oh, and that's a nice solid hook on the Sigma, but he did get smacked by a rock. And we got Bizkts, who's taken out both Mercy and the Pharah. Kyle's actually been taking them out pretty well too. Took out the other half, and then they're able to secure the point.
Yeah, let me just put it up there. It's okay if you guys are like, you know, we got this teams who are playing. You are watching. But put it somewhere else. You know, it's cool to get first to get the views, but you know, put it somewhere else. Make it a fair fight. We don't need to use bags up in here. Like, back to the game. Looks like
activating the barrier.
Battle Blade. Yeah, get in here, man. Holding the point.
And Ripkin just tunneling after this McCree there accidentally getting himself killed. This is going to allow Team Habibi to kind of get a part of the point. Now they're just dropping down into the well.
Ooh, okay, cool. There we go. Habibi taking the point. 5.5% going up.
Thanks. Put it on my tab. And they see. Watch and learn.
What are you gonna do about a blitz? Bizkts. I don't know why I keep
blitz. There is a team midday blitz. Oh, and that was a nice repositioning behind the shield to avoid it, just to fan the hand, or sorry, flashbang. We got both reses that came up. One bringing support, one bringing back Kyle. And so far, it's funny because like The kills keep going like back and forth there. It just ended up being that you know, Battle Bizkts ended up getting the upper hand. Excuse me. And I am sneezing on stream.
Well, you know, whether kills go back and forth or not, it's all about positioning. It doesn't go back and forth. You kill them while they're pushing you back the fuck out of there as your points are going up. Look at Ripkin, you know, coming up from behind. Whoa! Alright, Habibi taking back a point.
I throw a bomb point blank into the enemy tank.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, I have my friend watching. I sneeze and all of a sudden I get a text message being like, bless you. What's going on, Scott?
Did we take care of Meadow Man here? I'm looking at his thing in the...
Did he rejoin again?
Well, I don't know when he sent it. He said he was wondering why you can't put me on blue team so I can check his team.
Evidence suggests a sniper.
Where is he saying this?
In the Twitch chat.
Oh, that's not the place to try and communicate to me. If you want, you can try and communicate me in game chat. Because right now, when you end up joining in mid-game, it's going to put you to spectate everybody, which is not fair. I don't know why you left in the first place, but we gotta make sure that like there's no way that people are gonna have like communications of like whereabouts people are. So if we end up letting anybody in from other teams, they gotta.
Yeah, like I said, we don't need any stream snipers. We've had to deal with that several times already. It's not fun for anybody. So we'll see what we can do about the DNA.
There's gotta be a way to fucking lock this thing the second the match starts. Like, it's set to invite only, but if everybody else invites him, it's gonna end up being a problem. Alright, so it does look like we end up having High Noon come out from beside the point. He does end up getting taken down, does get Kurt in the process. Acrid takes out Ripkin. Acrid ended up moving around those tanks, trying to see if he can find a pick. Almost gets thrown into the well himself, and he's kind of by himself here, actually. Oh no, almost. He's got Mercy with him.
Going nuts here, holding it.
First map does happen to go to... Okay, are we able to get a re-invite out to Meadowman so that way I can actually quickly put him in between the rounds? I just don't want to keep going to lobby to adjust things while I'm mid-fight.
Describing your work as unethical would be a kindness.
Oh shit, man. Holding up my sticks like I'm playing. Alright. Seeing a wrist is on both teams. It doesn't look like either of them really swap. No, nobody swapped.
We'll get him an invite in between games. And we got double sniper here for the Bizkts. While we're gonna go with a Hanzo. We're actually looking at a Sigma Orisa versus Hog Orisa, so this is gonna be interesting as to which one could end up being superior in the long run.
They're both really
Cousin takes out their Hanzo really quickly. He's just trying to peek over the edge, but he's getting dangerous close to Sigma and Tracer, which do take him out. And it may be a good point for the rest of Battle Bizkts to push on out.
I'm watching this Tracer. Damn.
Please move behind the barrier.
Observe the barrier.
Much obliged. Please move behind the barrier.
Habibi, 12% going up.
Looks like they're trying to relocate here. Get themselves organized before going in. We do have a Tracer who's found Cousin, or Cousin who's found the Tracer. And he's got a bomb that doesn't actually end up sticking, unfortunately. Out comes first Coalescence, second Coalescence, and Dragons. So we got double I almost said double Dragon. I meant double Kamehameha. And they do get the res up back on Kyle, bring Junkrat into the fight, and we have Ripkin, who barely makes it out of that one alive. Between Tracer and Hanzo right now, just trying to harass this backline, see if they can actually end up finishing anybody off. I think he's just trying to farm up some ult charge for his bomb, but he does get picked out in the process.
Yeah, the risk is being a thorn in their side, but they're just barely managing to take it. Oh, look. No, somebody's still on point. Yep, there they go. Battle Blitz got their first percentage. Let's see how long they can hold it. Let's see how, Habibi? How they do. Ooh, they're on the rock.
Sigma's shield is almost broken. He does end up breaking. Now he's got to try and push in through there without any kind of defense. And he does get pulled out of his ultimate, which does end up throwing off that one.
Dude. Ripkin for the win. That was done. Bang! Taking out the Hanzo. Trying to get better at it.
Oh, and Ripkin almost gets pulled off of that ledge as he's going for the pull himself. Whereas Luigi ends up taking out the enemy Moira. There can only be one. We are looking at a lot of ultimates online from both sides here too, between both bongos and oh, I hate, why do I gotta turn off notifications. Why does this account have notifications go on?
Yeah, I'm looking to see some good coordination between these here. I feel like, whoa, there they go. Oh, let's drag it together. Someone trying to go in for a big push. Ah, there goes their tank. Oh, oh. We're still holding it out. Habibi trying to push in really heavy. Are they going to make it? Are they going to make it?
Oof, I almost thought that Kyle was not going to end up getting the pick on that Mercy and that he was going to end up getting himself killed to Sigma. Sigma accidentally gets himself launched off the ledge here.
Yo,
it's a nasty little stagger.
Oh, but to no avail. It's looking like Battle Bizkts is going to take. Yep.
They take map 1.
Woot! That was a good second round there. That was a pretty good one. Not to say the first one wasn't so good, but good bit of oomph behind that one from both teams. Bit of a difficult map, you know, playing against difficult teams and such. Ooh, with the jump shot, Cousins, man, precision. Like when you're aiming for the teacher's nose with a spitball. Who did that? It was Jimmy. No. Throws a straw behind his chair. Oh, hey, everybody who's watching. Share that stream. Hit a like, hit a follow, maybe subscribe. Drop a donate, put a penny in the bucket. Nice. One for us, another for the lobsters. May not be some people who know what the lobsters is, but I really don't feel like explaining that anymore. Just gonna have to make that like a banner or something. So, how many teams have we gained so far, man? Because we, I was mentioning before, we've had 3 games today.
Well, one of them was a reschedule from Thursday, and then the other one, we actually didn't have a night game tomorrow, so we only have 3 games today and a morning game tomorrow.
Okay, I think I may be joining in for the morning one. If Blaster doesn't show up, I think.
Should be. Okay, I gotta turn off one sec. I'm sorry, stream. I am actually using this as an opportunity to quickly turn off notifications because that's just annoying. There we go. Alright, so now I need to double check. I thought I just turned off fucking... I'm not gonna be messaging people through friggin...
No.
Can people just join the Discord and actually use the Discord for what it's for? I'm not reading messages mid-stream, guys.
Yeah.
Like this... And it also takes friggin' forever to actually type anything out to you guys or anything like that. So, if you guys are watching the stream, just join the Discord.
I just joined the Discord, but I still have yet to figure out how to navigate it.
Alright, looks like we're bringing in Meadow here. Oh, I want to do
What about this VSNE? All right. I'm gonna take this opportunity to smoke some weed.
Alright.
Yeah. Put a little pep on my step. I'm smoking my lungs. Ooh. Anybody who wants to be on a team or is interested and is watching the stream, maybe you got a buddy. Tell them to join the Apollyon League PS4 Discord. You can ask questions, people will answer you. If you're on a team, join the Discord. If you really need to ask a question to somebody, that's where you get your answers. The Apollyon League account does not take messages. It does not respond.
Alright.
It is here to serve a purpose as a facilitator. Facilitator account. My goodness, I tried to be all official.
You were doing so well. I think I may have, like, said all right, and I threw you off your rhythm. We'll blame me for that one. Alright, so...
Initiating match.
we will be seeing the Team Habibi on defense first. Here in wonderful... Why are they leaving the game again? I need to lock this out.
We're gonna instill a 3 strikes you're up policy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna continue to remove people if that. I have to constantly go in, and that's interrupting the stream.
Stay in the game, put your controller down, and watch. Yep, I do it. Bastion City. And they're gonna go with a bunker and a snipper. This is gonna be tough. Oh no, that's on attack.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
That's gonna be interesting. I was expecting to see a bunker on the defense by Habibi, but we're actually gonna see the reverse of that with another hog halt. Habibi staying strong with the Sigma Orisa. It doesn't look like they've moved much. Except maybe their healers and 1 DPS. Actually, yeah, tanks are staying the same. They're both teams pretty much. Only the DPS is really... Yeah, the other 4 are the only ones to move around. Alright, here they come, barreling in. Whoa. Whoa!
Alright, so a nice solid wall comes up to give them just this tiny little space that just have to start pushing through. But they do get an aggressive stance on the point. Cousin trying to get little pokes out from over the top. And we're looking at a Tactor. This is actually a really interesting idea here, too. Especially when the Torp's turret is front-lining it.
That, what do you classify Tactor as? Do you, what is for me?
Oh, it's just Torbjorn on attack. You don't see it as often. Like, if you see a Torbjorn here on this map, it's usually on defense. I think Battle Bizkts is having their fun for the night because, well, they're going with a little bit of off their regular style of comps, I guess, for the most part. We already got a Nano that came out from Luigi, grabbing their Torb.
Whoa! That was a 5K. I don't know by who, but that was a hell of a push.
Hello there. Objective A.
Here we go with Koosh.
Escort the
From Bizkts.
Hello.
Heroes never die.
Nice quick pick on Probama from Lillism. Lil Slim? I'm gonna butcher these names here. I'm gonna apologize. Some of these are really bizarre. Okay, so we got a nice rock that comes out and ends up getting a good chunk of AoE damage right around everybody. He's just gonna end up trying to take out this turret real quick. Oh, a missed shot there. Same time, we do happen to have a strong stance of keeping this point from getting through. Well, it finally makes it through the double door.
I really like these bolts that are going up in the air. Ooh, nice Sigma ult.
And
but
Torb Splooge comes out, and unfortunately for the Bizkts, Habibi has overcome all that splooge. Looks like he also got stuck kind of in that corner too, so I'm thinking Meadow Man ended up
Panic ult.
No, I think Meadow Man just froze him into that thing, and yeah, like these halts like are giving great amount of oh, Liltham ends up taking out Cousins. I was gonna say Liltham's getting okay, I was gonna say some nice dynamites, but at the same time it looks like a halt hook comes out grabbing Liltham.
Dude, this leap that just happened on the Nano Man. Oh, dude. So, Rissa got halted up in the air and immediately slept out right in front of the car. Couldn't get up until the hog came around with his ult. That was pretty funny. Here comes Blitz with another big push. Dude, I'm really liking the back and forth here. This is a great dynamic for both teams. Blitz is definitely coming out a little bit on top, but still, they're both doing really good.
Oh, most definitely. And I mean, like, they do happen to have that Bastion bunker up there, and Slim is just getting that Bob cornered in with their own team, trying to pull away from this Doom Fist. Cousin getting taken out.
Team of Babies, they're taking up some time, that's for sure.
No
2.5 minutes left for the Blitz to get it to the end. Everyone to get to the next checkpoint. How far can they set the bar? I haven't seen. Let me go check out that Bastion for a little bit. You know, just in my opinion, I don't really like that too much. I don't too much myself anyway, but it doesn't seem like too awesome of a character for this map. But
who doesn't?
Again, that's Bastion.
Most payload maps, I can see it being. I think it's just the coordination you need for a proper Bastion bunker these days is a little bit more than just get the Bastion on the bunker and go.
You want to see it more on defense.
Oh shoot! You know, I got somebody at my door. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, you'd think you'd want to see Bastion on the. Here goes Blitz. Still moving along. Push back. Team Habibi. Roadhog trying to get in there and harass him. Yep, there he goes, taking out the Sigma. Got to the next point. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left for the Blitz to push it all the way. And they're pushing back Team Habibi pretty good, man. They're getting a lot of space. Team Habibi needs to do some regrouping here or something. Blitz is just pushing along. Oh, here we go. Here's what I was expecting to see after that. Oh man. Here comes the, oh, the Gravitic takes out the Bastion. Here comes the ultimate by May. Oh! Oh! Team of BB's pushing back. Pushing back the Blitz. Man, bunch of big ults by a BB. Goodness. Pushes back Battle Biscuits.
Alright, I am back. And it does look like they've got themselves set up. What did I miss?
Well, you missed an actual pirate ship on the attack that I was looking for. Then we had a Sigma Gravitic Flex that took out a couple of people, and then a Mayalt that took out a couple of rest and pushed them all back, and ate up so much time. Ate up almost.
And it does look like they have swapped over to the Baptiste, which is actually what you typically want to see on the bunker comp. It's just far stronger, especially at this elo where you have
Justice ain't gonna dispense itself.
and Cousin is like deep in the enemy lines as a sniper right now, by himself, stuck behind a dumpster, just getting gangbanged.
He paid for it. He paid for it with this.
Oh, he did.
Heroes never die.
Alright, Habibi holding back.
And we got a Bob that looks like it might be coming out shortly, along with potentially a May Freeze that just came out on top of the group and a wall to prevent them from actually getting out. He does actually get a triple out of it. Quad, actually, and they preventing this Mercy from getting out of there, and they have eaten away a lot of their time. They still happen to have Bob ready, Coalescence ready, and a Grab Flux. I actually have a sneaky suspicion that they're going to wait for this Grab Flux to actually get used to keep them off the point. He's going to use it in the last few seconds, if anything else. While he's just zoning. Here he goes. Now that they're all there. Comes up. Bizkts are not going to get enough time to get any more space off of that.
The bar has been set.
Score 0-2. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Oops.
Apparently, I also had my phone watching the incorrect stream for the incorrect chat. My apologies, chat. I hit the button, I kept looking at it, but I didn't have the picture going, but... I was just like, what is with some of these,
Oh. I just saw in the Twitch chat, what am I watching? Not even really taking a second look at the name, and I just realized it was Mr. Big Bot. I'm like, oh, this is the PS4 Overwatch League, thinking it's some random dude, like, hey, what's this? It's a tier 1 fight there, Big Bot.
We got
Habibi.
Tier 1's Team Habibi versus Battle Bizkts. Battle Bizkts have taken map 1. But we are looking at a potential Team Habibi map 2 if they
I was about
keep
to say, they're
holding the way
fighting
they've been holding it.
They're fighting a hole to get 1. You know, it's kind of a morale thing when you're playing the game, when you're playing your league, with your team and such. Yeah.
Oh great, my phone app is
You can't keep an O, you don't want a 2-0. It's a womp. Those first 2 wins that can sometimes make it.
Most definitely. And it looks like they end up getting a quick pick on Unicorn there. We got a little Slim, just trying to get a sneaky little angle going on right about here. Trying to take out that Mercy, but unfortunately the Reaper, Kyle, gets on top of him. The real question is, which one was the true sneaker? It was the Reaper.
Alright, Blitz holding strong, man.
And they're holding a really strong corner here, actually, because they're covering up that stairwell, but at the same time, they're happening to use, like, that wall as a lot of natural cover. Gives them great advantage, and then they do happen to have the ability to pull back. Yeah, see, as they do, they give a little bit more space, which is not a big issue. Reaper does actually come out from behind, from the staircase. I'm wondering if that was actually kind of a little bit of a planned thing. It's like, hey, go up that staircase and lure him down kind of thing. But now we do happen to have Team Habibi making some way with this. Hanzo's looking for a nice little angle, and he finds his dragon. Gets 2k out of it. Now he's just going to hunt down this Reaper. Nope, swapping his sights over to the... Actually, the Widow. Close-up Widow shot, or battles.
I think they got it.
They do. And they're going to have a good chunk of time in this bank.
Yeah, that was a little quicker than Blitz there.
Hello.
Bizkts, man. I'm just gonna call him BB.
The Habibis.
No, not Habibi. I could say Habibi. Habibi.
But, oh, you're talking about Battle Bizkts because you keep calling him Blitz?
because I keep calling him Blitz. I keep calling him Battle Blitz.
Battle Blitz.
I'm pretty sure there's something out there. There's a reason I do that. I know the midday Blitz, but that's kind of easy to remember.
And it looks like Habibi's going to go with their own Bastion comp. They're going with a very similar idea to what the Battle Bizkts ended up starting with the having a non-Baptiste style of push, but it looks like they're getting a lot of extra room for this right now. Like, it's going to work a little bit better because, you know what, they happen to have the... Oh, and he burns down Luigi just immediately with a solid hook. And wow, they actually out-healed through all of that.
Yo, that was a smash. Yeah, Habibi's looking to take this, dude. Look at that. Look at
They got almost 5 minutes. 5 minutes to just get halfway through this. Well, it makes more sense. They happen to have the, instead of going with the Orisa Hog style of things, they were going with the Orisa Sigma, right? That's extra barriers to keep that Bastion, like, stationed right on this, payload.
But I also feel like, so they use one DPS to get in there on the payload, and then, kind of chance to swap to the back and subdue the pirate.
And he does happen to get picked.
Doing a much better, yeah, here goes Baby. They're doing a much better job.
Can't get this Bastion down. There, finally, we do happen to see the Bastion go down.
Come on, guys, come on, you gonna try to get him down in overtime? They're at the point. What are you gonna do? You're gonna die.
Right now.
There it goes. Ah.
The pain is coming.
Cousin trying to look to see about contesting Lil Slim with a Ash of his own.
Habibi takes map 2.
Map 2 goes to Habibi. So we are at a 1-1 right now, moving ourselves into Horizon Lunar Colony, which will actually end up being another tough one for people to actually end up leaving. Yeah, I'll see it being too... Yeah, that was a pretty big move. Out comes the freeze to finish everybody off.
For the Space Unicorn, man. I love me a good Sigma. I'm a Sigma player myself.
Oh, so this meta must be super special for you right now, man.
Well, I like seeing a good Sigma because, you know, a lot of the time I gotta watch, like, high-ranked players to do, like, a good job with them. I've seen a lot of bum-ass Sigmas do it. Like, you gotta use him as a main tank and an off-tank. Strategically, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And now that they put that shit in for his shield, it's just not the same. Even in Total Mayhem, the shield still has a cooldown. Woo! So that was a sweaty fight. I want to see another sweaty fight.
Yeah, oh, we're going to see another sweaty fight. We have Horizon Lunar Colony coming up next. That's just going to be... Actually, I kind of foresee us seeing a lot of... or at least seeing a Bastion bunker. At least on defenses.
Well,
that's what I'm foreseeing.
I thought that about this map. But... I don't know, dude. These guys, I can't I can't predict what any of them are gonna do. And I'm loving it. I'm seeing a lot of homies for Habibi. Are we gonna see some swap outs at some time? They got 3 dudes hanging out there.
Well, it looks like Battle Biscuits is going to maintain the exact same group at this point in time. But we do happen to have... I am waiting to see if we happen to have any... swaps going on for Team Habibi from Zohu. Actually, I guess Space Unicorn 10. No subs. Looks like we're going into this.
I feel you there, Oreo. We're using a bunch of SR, playing with some douchebags. Fuck.
Oh, that was me last night. After placing, I just ended up continuing to go in. Well, I mean, I was actually Twitch streaming myself, and ended up grouping up with at least one of the people that was actually watching the stream at one point.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wait, we can do placements now?
Yeah, you can do placements now for season 19.
Oh, cool beans. I'm working on my Smurf right now. See where I can place that. I guess I'm gonna do some placements. Shit.
Yeah, it looks like that you have your evening now planned out for you.
Yeah, I do, and I'm not even that far into my drinking, so it should be okay. Alright. Let's see the comps. I want to see who's got what.
Well, you got 25 seconds before you can see that, so calm your tits.
They're so hot! Like they're on fire!
You may want to get some Vaseline for them.
Oh my.
Rubbed raw from the shirts. Were you running today?
God no. I was sleeping today. I've been having to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning the past fucking week.
Ready for battle.
Alright, it looks like we're gonna see a dive look comp from Battle Biscuits here. We're gonna go with a Genji and a Doomfist. With a not even using Winston either. They're gonna go full on hamster style dive.
Habibi's sticking with what's working. The only thing that's changed is 1 DPS so far.
Yeah, the Junkrat is now been popped in. I mean, having the Moira being able to heal absolutely everybody in their bunker, and then using the Mercy to...
5, 4, 3,
people not
do
send
the
friggin'
reses.
messages? Yeah. To do the reses and everything from... well, no, damage boosting is actually what I was actually thinking of. They're able to give the damage boost to both Junkrat and the Ashe, primarily, right? Because Ashe can get her bob real quick if you end up allowing it. And it does look like the Battle Biscuits dive has completely ignored this position from the Habibi, but that does end up costing Race Luigi her life.
Yeah.
Actually, we got trades from both sides at this point in time.
Yeah, Habibi's gonna hold it.
Habibi's is looking like they're maintaining this right now.
Jeez. Talk about speedy Gonzalez. Push this biscuit back, baby. Woot, skiddly woot. Got the ass chasing him out. Ooh, gonna try and pop out that Mercy, but here comes Get Trips coming to pop you. Whoa! Ah, there goes Genji taking you out, Mercy. Womp. Hammond trying to come take out the top. Baby's still holding strong, but Mercy's coming in.
This Tyre hunts down that Lucio. We do happen to see a blade ready on board, but he'd be silly to use it right now with no damage boost from his Mercy.
It'd be silly not to do combos and stuff. Oh.
Yes, I mean, especially when you get into this elo, like, you're sitting here thinking, like, oh, you know, like...
Oh, they're staggering the diva.
They're not gonna let this diva leave!
Yeah, no, they staggered the fuck out of her.
That's perfect. That is what you actually expect out of, like, higher tier teams.
No, that was awesome. That was, yeah. That was really neat. That was a really good stagger.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it really prevented the full engagement, but now you got Ivrobama who gets trapped on point. He does get one through.
Whoa. Alright, was that the push they needed? Are they going to take it? Are they going to get in there? Nope. Baby's still holding it strong.
Doesn't look like... We do happen to have the Diva Bomb come out. Doesn't seem to get anybody, but it does let her remech. Mercy is fighting for her life back there.
Oh man. Control lessons.
Like Luigi just dodging in and out of these shields. Like, I don't know how Luigi's still alive through a lot of that.
Woof. Alright. This gets taken, that one.
There's only about a minute left on the clock. It's not a whole lot of time, so this is gonna end up being a pretty interesting deciding factor, I think, when we end up seeing the other team go on their attack.
Yeah. Yeah, if they come in a little more coordinated than Blitz came in. And when they got staggered, dude, that was significant. I hate getting staggered. And sometimes whoa, here comes Hammond all. They push them all off. Here comes another really heavy push. That's probably going to do him well. Wow. Got him out in space. Hammond hold the point. Yep.
Wow. The amount of
so aggressive
healing that went through that, man. Like,
oh, well, look at it. 2 points. Here comes the third. Another Hammond trying. They got the other Hammond. Blitz still.
They got the ball off.
Blitz holding it strong here. They're gonna get it. Yep.
Blitz almost getting the point. This is gonna have 3 minutes in their time bank, man. That is actually gonna be pretty large going in if they have to go into a second attack.
You know, from the, I guess I stopped trying to judge from the first attack, but I wasn't expecting that level of aggressiveness on. Man, I can't fucking English. Aggressiveness towards that second point, but jeez, that was fast.
Oh, it was really fast.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try and dub this the fastest map of the night.
Hey,
but
I mean, it very well could be.
Yeah, I will reserve that until the end.
I mean, yeah, if we end up seeing Team Habibi go through with a quick capture of point A and then a nice quick capture of point B, right? We have, like, you know, them go on for a second attempt on both teams. It may end up becoming a lot longer map. Like, if we end up seeing this go into, you know, a 4-pointer,
Attackers incoming.
like for each team, kind of thing. That could make this definitely longer. But if it turns out that Battle Bizkts are able to actually keep the hold on this first point or second point, this actually very well could be
yeah, they set the bar.
Fast map.
Let's see if Habibi can reach it.
Their first rollout attack, though, just was not as coordinated as it probably could have been to actually really get a lot of the use out of the dive.
One. Attackers incoming.
Habibi switching up to DPS.
Yeah, it does look like they're gonna go with a... Yeah, it looks like they're gonna go with a teleporting method here.
Yep.
Yep, right 2 point. They're just gonna get themselves right on there, and oh, he gets hooked out of his teleporter. And he's gonna not survive and get to point.
Most of Habibi's on the point, and they're gonna try and take that beat even more aggressive.
Leighton gets Meadowman back up in the running. That's going to be huge in order to take this point of having their main damage, or one of their main damage dealers back. And they have got a real fast cap on this first point. And that's going to end up bringing it to be like, what, 6 minutes? Yeah, 6 minutes. And they have Blizzard coming up. Sigma's not too far away from getting his Flux. This is very, very good.
We got one of their teammates. got your thing on, man. Turn it away from you. We don't want no screen strikers. That's like you got to do. I don't want to point fingers or nothing, but I don't want you to do shit.
And they're gonna get on this point. Out comes the blizzard. They just got to get rid of that lamp, and it does successfully get out. Now they just got to get this. This is actually going to be a super fast cap for them. They're going to have a lot of extra time on this point here, going into a second round. Reaper's coming out to try and stall. He's no Wraith, and he's got no friends to back him up at this point in time. This is just going to end up getting him super staggered himself. Right now, I think that the Battle Bizkts are just trying to eat up time by bringing people in. Out comes the Flux.
Wow. 5 minutes.
Score.
Maybe this is just... For the moment, I'll chalk it up to, I'm pretty suspicious, but...
Initiating
of everything.
match.
Of everything, okay. I don't want to... Yeah. But... I want to just say, I guess, I'm hoping they just practice a lot together, and this is like one of their good maps. You know, everybody's got good maps.
Oh, definitely.
Me personally, I'd rather like this map myself.
See, you know what? I actually kind of... Okay, controversial topic. I like Paris more than I like this map.
Whoa, I fucking hate Paris, bro.
I know, that's why I say
played a
controversial
Paris map
part.
before I joined. Oh,
is that what you were in the middle of?
yeah.
Attackers
I mean, I was just playing some quick play, but still, I was playing on Paris, and boy, was that bullshit, man. At the same time, you know, I was just farting around with DPS, which is not my complete strongest. Yeah. I don't like Paris.
A lot of people don't.
Sucks. That first
You know what?
sucks.
The first choke, I think, is actually the better of the two. The second choke is the one that if I'm not going to like one, it's going to be the second point that I'm not going to like. So we do see Team Habibi deciding to go with their own sniper. And this is going to be a versus Kyle, who is actually on far at this point in time. Getting set up with the stage. Getting a good hook out onto that Sigma, which is going to get him out of position. Space Unicorn goes down, and this is going to give Battle Bizkts the opportunity to start pushing the point. Unfortunately, Hyperbomb kind of started heading himself, realizing his team was not with him and needed to kind of just back up a little bit.
Hey, he's gotten in there, though.
He did get in there, but
behind him.
Right now we do happen to have half the team focused on two different fights at this point in time that really ended up costing them. Because now between Rifkin and Pat going on their own, nobody else is there on point to help Viper Obama or Luigi.
That's gonna be a strong hold right there for her, baby. They're gonna eat that time.
Clearing the area.
At the moment, it's looking like this may be a Habibi map.
Cousins, seeing that they have a Widow of their own, has swapped, and we're going to see a little bit of a Widow duel going on here. Neither Widow really finding each other, and we do happen to see that the walls have come up, and Meadow Man does take out the Pharah, and he's going to camp that body, make sure that Mercy can't get that res.
Alright.
Cousin is trying to find him, but right now we do happen to have the rest of the guys are on point. We just got a Mercy versus, a Mercy Orisa versus a, actually it was their own Moira that was actually behind it.
I like this. Like they're going up to the next point to try and get to a fight while they get that one.
Oh, they're gonna have to. They're not gonna really get, like, they get 30 seconds additional, so
Oh shit, wow.
that's not gonna be a whole lot of time. They're only gonna have like a minute and a half to try and take this next point. And if Habibi is actually gonna end up having a similar push to what they did the first time, they could easily end up pushing. Though right now we do happen to have Coalescence come out along with Blizzard.
Yeah.
Whoa, and it is looking like Bizkts is starting to actually get the picks they
Yeah.
need to get control of this point. They're going to actually get the team into a point where they're just staggering through.
Those bongos were dang.
And we are going to
Those
go
are some
into...
real good bongos.
Wow.
Ooh. All right,
Stall
give us
comes
some
out.
of their time, man.
And Nano doesn't quite get on point in order to try and stall it out for the rest of the
Oh,
team.
you've
But
finished.
another 44 seconds are left on the clock with 44 points going to
Hold on,
Battle
I
Bizkts
need
at
the- I
this
need
point in
the
time.
soundboard
Like,
for
man.
this one. These guys need an applause. Hold on, wait a minute.
Initiating.
That was cool. I'm sweating here. Like my palms are all sweaty, and I'm not even playing right now.
Yes, Paris is not a favored map for many, but I am less of a fan of Horizon.
Okay,
than
so
Cookie.
if that's one of your what's your strategy like? Oh, I guess I really shouldn't ask that. Well,
yeah,
not
I
like
play
me,
you
but-
guys, dude, on Tuesday. Not on Paris though. We don't play in Paris.
All right, well, forget I asked that then. I wasn't even thinking about
Hey,
that.
give me
Or
a
the fact that it's you that we're playing.
Yeah, we
Well.
play you on Tuesday night.
In advance. Good game to you. May the best team win.
Oh, thanks. We will win.
Alright, boy.
We have a really good set of maps actually for Tuesday. We have Lijiang Tower, Kings Row, Temple of Anubis, Watchpoint Gibraltar, then tiebreaker will be Nepal. Like I like our map set.
I'm not too upset about it either. I've been I've just been practicing by myself, and I haven't gotten any of those fucking maps. To do my thing on. It sucks.
And we have a Bastion bunker with a Junkrat, and we're looking like we're actually going to be seeing the Baptiste Mercy as a way to actually keep this. They do happen to get the Bastion up and out of his little bunker. He does have to relocate, gets back in position. It looks like they're actually going to be trying to. They just want to hold this first point. They don't even want to go to a second point. But right now we have Ripken and the tanks are all now relocating onto the
They're
low
holding
ground.
them back a lot better than they did the first time. Like Habibi came in there like a hot knife and butter, dude. Like shit. I thought Blitz had a really fast push the last map, but man.
Meadowman being the first tank, first of the Bastions to actually end up going down. It's not looking good. He gets the actual hookup off of the May.
Oh boy. Yeah, Blitz is looking to beat that time up, man. They're like, nah, fuck this. Time for a Bastion. This is what I was waiting for. But I like that they got down to the wire to use it rather than just cheese them the whole time. Let it be an actual fight. Although sometimes you just gotta cheese. They've got a whole cheese. As I'm saying that, I'm realizing their squad. Super cheese. Bastion bunker, hog, hook. Fucking Baptiste Mercy.
Nicole putting up the preemptive spray on the wall before they all engage. This gives them their good luck charm. And that does end up bringing out the immortality field. Nobody gets caught in that tire. And it looks like the Bastion is kind of dipping out a little bit into space, just kind of gets a better angle.
Here they go, rushing the point.
They're just rushing through the point. Bastion's going to get set up back up on top. And out comes the Blizzard.
Oh no! Uh-oh.
And then Meadowman, who's going to end up trying to get some value out of his ult here by just getting Ifrobama down. And this might actually give point A to Team Habibi. They're not going to be able to prevent this from being captured. Yeah, see, these Bastion bunkers are friggin' lethal, man, these days. Like, going with these double shield Bastion bunkers is just nuts. Like, you thought double shield was bad, now you throw a Bastion behind it. And they are looking for an angle. They do have two and a half minutes left to get off at this point. So if we end up seeing this go through, they do get walled off. Out comes yet another tire. Wow. Finds the Mercy in the back, and that gives him actually a pretty good start to the fight. Now out comes the
They're running down time really well. This is nuts. Here comes the bongos from Habibi. Trying to make another big push.
And it does look like Space has split himself from the rest of his team. He ended up kind of going right in the middle of things while the rest of the team kind of was still over at that first choke. But it does allow for Nano to start getting themselves situated here. And they do get Space Unicorn back up in the fight.
Activating the barrier.
Not as fast as the push this time by Habibi. Definitely another aggressive one.
Yep, and another Blizzard now comes out to try and stall things up, and this is going to be potentially where Team Habibi actually ends up getting it. They're going to have a little bit of additional time so they can capture this. There we go. They do have about 40 seconds more. That could make or break. We're actually going to be seeing. See, I told you we're gonna hit a 4-pointer game, go into a third fucking round of this. Yo, this is actually why I hate friggin' Paris. Or sorry, why I hate this
Initiating match.
It constantly is just.
Oh, okay. I see you like Paris because it's either or. You either get smashed or smash.
Yeah, yeah. It's just.
I mean,
for the map that you're not fond of, it's over sooner. I don't see too many people, at least in our elo. It's all about that second point, right? First point's easy to capture. But, I don't know, this one I see going into multiple rounds. Now, I've never actually had 4-4 going back and forth, but I've definitely had this one go into multiple rounds, multiple times. And it's just like, I don't enjoy this map. I want it over with.
I feel like both teams are thinking the same thing. Because, you know, Habibi had that nice big chunk of time with them. And they got put into the shredder, knocking down to 1 minute and 38 seconds. And if Blitz comes in as heavy as they do the first time, if they come in real heavy, like if they try to do what Habibi did and come in super heavy, they're gonna. They may get it.
Habibi's got a nice strong spot right on top of the point right now. And I like how, you know, you also ended up calling that this was going to be the fast map. Nope. Alright, and they do get the teleporter up, but unfortunately the Moira does happen to get split down below. Falling off the ledge. Now they're getting reset up over at this upper level right now, and they're going to have to try and find their way in. Both teams rocking a Symmetra at this point in time.
But
with the Bastion, that's going to be hard for them to actually really get any kind of, like, in. That was a nice teleporter right from behind. Lucio just comes in, starts distracting. Wow. That was a fantastic play by Battle Bizkts. A double teleport play. Instead of going straight to point, they just get up and they're like, okay, screw it. We're just going to teleport right behind them. God, they overcame that bunker real quick. Their only hope of winning, though, is they have to get a tick.
Yeah.
If they don't get a tick, they're not getting like they can get a draw or they lose.
Oh,
that's going to be the thing. But it looks like right now they still have control over this point in a way of numbers.
Dude.
They just got to get this tracer off of this point right now, which they do happen to get, and this is where they start getting some percentage on the point. That's first tick right there.
My goodness.
And they're going to have, if they actually capture this, they're actually going to have, like, what, maybe 30 seconds to try this one final push. And that's actually going to be huge, just capturing that point, so they can stall out that first point. Man.
That was nuts. That was awesome. So happy I'm catching.
And the teleporter taking all of 4 feet of space.
Oh, almost a big ult, only taking out.
Hypro's so close to his bongos.
Oh man.
Out comes his bongos in Sigma ult. Right now we just got Cousins taking out 2 high priority targets right now, but unfortunately nobody else is on point to take advantage of it.
Wow.
Score.
Going into round 6. What the fuck?
I know, right?
My palms are still sweaty. And my knees are weak. I'm almost sweaty already. I'm spaghetti. I just saw that already.
What the heck? Oh, man.
Dude, this has been a great game. One of the best of the season, I think. This has been fucking one of the best because I've been watching them. They're all really dang. A lot of them are really fast. It's really hard to compare them. And there's so many. We got so many teams. That's great.
I'm loving
I love
it.
to see that.
We have, what, 5 teams in Tier 3, 6 teams in Tier 2, 5 teams in Tier 1.
Attackers
So,
I saw somebody in the chat stream earlier who was just hanging out, just trying to get in on a team. And that was cool to see.
Oh.
You know, maybe somebody's friend. You know, I've definitely been putting out the word whenever I play comp. It's like, hey,
I do too.
I do a stream and this and that. You should come check it out and this and that. I had one buddy who joined in a while ago.
Hitchens. I mean, if you ever end up getting PS Plus and then Overwatch for PS4, just join us.
That's been on sale a good bit recently, hasn't it? Since Overwatch 2's coming out.
No, but I imagine that a lot of it's going to end up coming up at least for Black Friday sales. Especially since PS Plus becomes super cheap around that time. Oh yeah. I get it on my Black Friday every single year for my PS Plus. And the teleport comes out and they're already underneath point, and it does actually happen to have Lil Slim get taken out, but brought back up, and they do actually trade off Orisa. So now it's going to end up having to be up to Meadow here to keep on top of this, nope, and that is no progress.
Dude, Blitz
Habibi.
eating up that time. Habibi thought they had it. They got a little cocky here.
Yep, and this gives a lot of extra time there for Battle Bizkts to reposition themselves. They've actually thrown their own teleporter into that back corner, so we can actually end up seeing that they're going to station their bunker up here. And as soon as they start having pressure applied, or they end up needing to actually rotate back to point, they can actually get back into that really strong corner position.
30 seconds remaining.
We do see the one teleporter get brought out and denied. They do decide to take the stairs instead. And now they're just going to end up deciding to play the repositioning game.
Oh, there goes Habibi up in the top. 10 seconds left. Just going to go into overtime.
Cousins going down. Meadow been able to actually like just rip apart that defense. I mean, without their Orisa, it was not going to last very long when the other team had both their shields available. So this actually gives Team Habibi the exact same position that Bizkts has, where they get one last attempt. But they do happen to have their... Actually, Cousins almost has his tank mode available too, but Meadow is going to want to actually clean up that enemy bastion so he doesn't end up getting that.
Oh, wow. Look at
this is going to come down to the wire. And if this ends up becoming a draw, that means we have one final map that's going to be a decision maker. Both teams will still be at a 1-1. They're now to get themselves on point, and that ends up taking out Meadow way early in the fight. And out comes Cousins' tank mode.
Are they going to hold it? Down
Meadow back from the dead. Taken out by Cousins. Got one pickup off on Luigi, however. And we got...
Wow.
The cow just sitting on top of the tank itself. And that Team Habibi does happen to take map 3. So that's a 2-1 for Habibi.
Play of the game.
Can you hear that on stream?
Yeah, I could hear it.
That was oh, that was a tough map.
I don't know why I'm getting an invite.
Suspicions of the stream sniping.
Epic.
Most enjoyable.
So, in that case, my lost suspicions. Thank you for being honest, man. Keep giving us the view.
Who?
Habibi's had a player in the stream, Leighton, and hasn't said nothing in the stream. And you know, I was saying before, if you are watching the stream, fine, cool. Like, just watch in between games, or you know, put it to the side or something. Turn the sound off, so you can't watch it and be a douche knuckle. You know.
Right.
Cause fuck that shit. Come on, sportsmanship. This is. It's a
DDoS.
There's no
At the
fucking...
end of the round?
Huh? You what?
Oh, Ripken got disconnected. So he in chat I got DDoS, man. What the fuck? All right, so we are going now into, where did I say we were going? We're going into Watchpoint Gibraltar, I believe it was.
Meta says no. Okay, cool. All right, thank you guys. I love the honesty. It's awesome. Straight up, get awesome with the views. You know, just keep it on. Just put your shit down.
Did you even notice him get disconnected there? I didn't even notice he got disconnected out of that.
I didn't notice that at all, actually.
Like I see that he did because I can see it on the screen right now, but I didn't even notice it happen right at the end.
Yeah. Well, I mean, big womps. Excuses.
Alright, so it was Watchpoint for Gibraltar. I was right. I was just looking at the map. Sorry, folks.
Alright. Another butthole bastion match.
Also, just to clear that up there, Ripken, you wouldn't have won. You would have just drawn. Just saying.
That was a hard-ass map anyway, dude.
It was. But, yes. Wow, what's going on now on chat?
Ripken's telling Meta he's sweating your balls off.
Annual performance analysis? What?
Keep it light, homies. We don't want no beefs here. Like, this is fun. You guys are doing so good.
Some friendly ribbing. I'm good with some friendly ribbing.
Right.
I mean,
honestly, now that I think about it, a grudge match would be kind of cool. You just can't do it in the stream, in the Twitch stream.
Why not? Grudge match.
Well, I mean, if they're talking like a bunch of shit in the Twitch stream to each other, like that's not very fun.
No, it's not. I'm so far right now. It does come off like friendly ribbing, but
yeah,
like,
yeah, no,
you
no,
need
I'm
casual
not saying,
like teams clamoring back and forth.
Anything like that.
Yeah,
I'm not saying anything like that. You guys are good. Just just putting it out there.
I'm just making sure that both captains are ready. Ifro on DPS and Kyle on tank. Okay.
Walla Habibi. Alright, this has been tough so far.
It has been.
Battle Blitz. This gotta be your map.
Alright, so now it looks like we are having Ifrobama now move from tank going to damage, and Kyle is actually going to be switching from DPS over to tank. So,
well, alright.
We do happen to have Team Habibi keeping the same roster they had rocking all game in the same positions, etc. So there's no swaps there. I'm just waiting on Ifro here.
Man.
Oh, wait.
Practicing it out.
Oh. We may have some changes. Is that what I'm starting to see?
Oh.
Oh, we are going to be having a sub for Team Habibi.
All right. Who do we got?
I got Space Unicorns. Just typing it out right now, and we'll get that going.
So I've been thinking.
Death for
Instead
Nicole.
of MVP interviews, maybe we should do like captain interviews, you know, of overall teams and stuff.
That could actually happen probably during playoffs.
Yeah, but you know, I was watching like BattleBots and stuff before this, and they interview like, you know, the main captain of the whole team. They speak for the whole team, you know.
Right.
And I mean, I feel like that would be, not that, you know, the MVP things is confusing, but the MVP isn't always, you know, it's not the captain. And if they're like, you know, practicing all that good stuff, and there is like a shot caller, captain type stuff, you know, just the main guy saying what's up. But you know, I mean, just a thought. Just a thought. You know, main captains come in for interview of the overall team, the winning captain, of course.
All right.
What is this annual performance analysis?
What's the annual performance analysis?
Right. Those chats keep talking about annual performance analysis. What's up?
Well, annual usually means something that happens yearly.
Durr.
Performance is usually
well, for who?
something
for
we
who?
gauge.
What? For who? What? I understand that, but for who? For what? How are we gonna do that in Overwatch? Who? What? It's a video.
Okay, nobody's responding to my thing, so I'm just starting this. Nobody's told me to hold up or anything.
Well,
Arriving at
green light.
After I've asked like 30 billion times. So that's my green light.
Whoa. Guardians, that was gross, dude. She was
Initiating
burping in the fucking.
Excuse you.
So
So since this is actually okay, so Watchpoint Gibraltar, since this is like a ship that's clearly got an Overwatch logo on it for this
this is a ship.
space rocket thing.
It's a last point.
No, but like the end thing, you're actually looking at a rocket that's aiming upwards.
Oh.
But like this is clearly like a Overwatch base station and everything. So is the monkey trying to get back into back to the moon? Is that why he's got that rocket? Because the one in here is the one that they use for flying around in to get to missions, etc. Lieutenant
I can't wait for Overwatch
Maria Estrada.
Attackers incoming in
I can't wait for Overwatch 2. All the stories and stuff.
I know,
Can
right?
you play story modes on this?
What do you mean?
On this version of Overwatch? Is there story modes?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. Somebody was telling me there's story modes on this version, on this Overwatch.
We have like the archives event is the closest thing that we have.
Oh.
But those aren't always accessible, right? So
Gotcha.
come around somewhere in March or May, I think it is, we will end up getting the archives event comes back where we have, I think, what, 2 or 3 stories. I know we got the one with Rialto. And Tracer's one, the original one.
Habibi.
Alright. And both are going with a bunker yet again. Yeah, it's a mirror friggin' comp basically at this point in time.
Yeah, it
Like-
is a mirror comp.
For once, it's
exactly
100% mirror. Oh, and the first blood does get shed onto Meadow Man, but he gets the res off, and they're getting underneath the actual bridge itself. This is actually going to be Team Habibi's chance to actually start repositioning themselves. Unfortunately, their supports get pulled out into the open space to get picked off.
Oh man, dude, they're using their own propaganda. I'm seeing all this trash talk come to light right now on this map. This is gonna be nuts.
Oh,
It's
we're
gonna
going to
be
go
cool
into a
to
map
see
5, aren't we?
all the alts go back and forth, all the same alts go back and forth between each other. But Blitz just rolling through to the first point, 5 minutes to get to the next one.
Spotted them.
Yeah, it's pretty good timing.
Yeah, Habibi's in a little bit of trouble. Maybe, if they can hold... This is actually a pretty tough spot. Choke point played right. And, I mean, Habibi probably has the... They probably got the stuff to do it. They can hold it. Or at least munch out a lot of their time.
And the Bastion's just trying to eat through one another, but Meadow Man coming out on top, gets his ult out first, grabbing Cousins.
Bizkts halfway to the point. Getting pushed back just a little bit.
They're trying to really push for those staggers, but they weren't able to really secure them.
Yo, those staggers, I've been noticing them since I was watching them stagger the Diva. I'm seeing them a lot, and those are critical.
I find that it's funny seeing like how much people are liking the Ashe at this level too, especially when you got two people that are clearly Widow mains, right? Like
I've noticed that a lot myself.
I mean, like this is a great place for Widow too, right? Like
now, man, Ashe has become part of a meta.
Out comes the first Bob that we end up seeing.
I thought, no, we had a Bob before.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, Habibi threw their first Bob.
Okay.
And Blitz was holding it. Ripken just let off his gravitic flux. Before that, who's Space Unicorn let off his.
Gotcha.
And Blitz gets control of that point, taking it to the next checkpoint. Here comes Habibi trying to get in there. Nope, they get shredded.
Yeah, they just surrounded their enemy Bastion and just really ended up obliterating him. Right now, Pat trying to give all the healing that he can.
Whoa, there's another Habibi. Yo, that trash talking, bro, that heated this thing up a bit. Oh my goodness. Like,
sometimes
for real, look at
it, right?
Look at Blitz. This is like almost well. This is like 20% better than the last match they were. You know, when the beginning was banned in the last match, they did. But they are just mowing through with the mirror match right now. Oh wait, no, we gotta switch to Hammond.
Yeah, we do got the switch to Hammond, but it does look like we have the tank from iPro. Does end up putting a lot of pressure around. Doesn't get any picks out of it, but
Ripken rolling through with that Sigma Ma.
Everybody deciding to just jump off the ledge because they were just going to be in a real bad spot if they were actually caught on that right or left-hand side. Oh, that would have been bad if you have half a team in one section. It was just good that they decided to reset the spawn. So that way they can actually all get together. They're all going to group up. Right now, they do happen to get Meadow Man immediately. They needed to start commanding some of this space where Meadow Man was if they want to prevent that res from coming out.
It's now or never if they want to try and munch out more battle distance time. Or if they just walled out Sigma. But he makes it out. And they're still pushing him. Here comes the best and all, but he gets taken down. May's gonna still try and take it out. And Orisa, oh, they're holding it down, but Sigma comes in with a 20-player kill streak and kills it all, pushing the point to the end. Whoa. First point to Bizkts with 2.5 minutes left. Oh.
And
the trash talk is real.
Are they still going in chat right now?
No, they're not. But I'm just saying from before. Well, no, they shouldn't be going in team chat right now. They're playing a game.
That's fair.
Right. I'm just saying from before. It's coming out now. Because they said, alright, bet. Push that sucker right through with 2 minutes to spare. But now they set the bar. What's Habibi's answer gonna be? You know, this is one of those you know, tennis matches like you play in school. You know, you grab your buddy's hand and you smack back and forth type thing. So Blitz just came in with a big old fat hand and went bop right on Habibi's hand. And now Habibi's gonna say, alright, let me give you what I got. And let's see what they got. Sticking with the same comp. Back to the mirror comps. Except Habibi has a Mei right now. Let's see what they're gonna do with that. That's gonna be a big old thorn in Bizkts' side, because I know May is a douche. It's a bitch to fight, man. Especially a good May. Oh, the walls, the good walls, and the good stones, and the freezing in the good places, and
5, 3, 2, 1. Attackers.
All right, Habibi.
All right, and they've got the traditional start setup point.
What are you? All right. Blitz setting up
Habibi.
for the Bastion. Oh well, we're doing the same thing. Oh. Habibi's pushing it pretty nice. 3.5 minutes.
First, Bastion does happen to go down out of that entire thing, since this becomes a Bastion v Bastion game at first, and then it's just a matter of who can get the next one down. And oh, Kyle ends up getting taken out after they get pulled off of their stronghold. This is going to end up not being very good for Bizkts here.
Habibi just chugging along. Bizkts pushed back really far. Yeah. Yeah, Habibi's gonna take that first point. They're gonna get almost 5.5 minutes. Woo! Jeez.
Which was pretty close to actually what what Battle Bizkts ended up having off their point A capture.
You almost said Blitz.
I almost did. You're a bad influence.
It's not just me. Oh. Habibi still. Oh, the point's going back. Is it? No. All right.
Oh, they start getting it moving again. They are getting it through the door. Once that's past that door, they can start getting this thing closed. And out comes the grab flux, but nobody gets picked off during that. And unfortunately, their Bastion was left unprotected.
Here comes the Bob. Yep. Bob and Blitz taking out some players. Got Sigma in here just cracking skulls, putting his balls in people's faces. And then showing them the rock.
And they do get a pretty gnarly stagger on both Lil Slim and Nano. And they've got now the high ground right above the actual payload itself.
Nano, I hope you're not street sniping. I see you in here. I saw you make that comment. That was your comment at the while.
Alright, and they do actually end up meeting right up in the high ground. Out comes the window pane for the Bastion, start tearing through one another, but Meadow Man and Nano, actually it was the tank lineup primarily. Meadow Man just gets all those shields out of the way.
Man, Habibi giving a sweep. Starting to move that payload. They did get 2 minutes taken down from their time, and they're only halfway there. Let's see if Bizkts, they're gonna take a bunker formation up top, try and pull it back.
Bizkts do happen to have both tank mode available, and actually they got 4 ultimates available. 2 of them just come up, Bongos and Bob, and they do end up managing to take over the point yet again. Lil Slim moving over to a Hanzo, taking out Luigi, occupying this high ground here.
That bunker comp is deadly.
He's just going to be waiting for his, if he ended up going down from that, he's got his Dragon Strike ready, so he's got to either get, that is the perfect one to get. You now have an opportunity to get your Dragon Strike out on all of them, and that's going to be an insane start to the push. Both of the, not only is the res out, but both their damage dealers were taken out of that.
Alright. Less than 4 minutes. Bizkts gonna take it back up.
They want to end up trying to tie up that clock. They're going to end up wanting to try and capture this in about a minute, but they do happen to have couple of ults coming online and already have 2 there, but I mean, Bizkts has 4 total ready in the, bag.
Oh, big bongos.
And yeah, that was
Big
fantastic.
Bastion. See ya, Sigma. Whoa.
Using up Valk plus window pane for that one. That just shredded through the enemy line.
Let's get you back in the fight.
Now comes about the Bastion Wars yet again. And they do actually happen to take out Bifro. Space, keeping this front line alive. Putting out that pressure. Trying to give some space for that res to come back out on Nano.
3 minutes on the clock.
And now they end up having it over top of that little bunker space they have. They're not going to be able to get themselves out. But they're going to end up having close to the same amount of time available for... Oh, and the ball does make it out. Actually, to start stalling point, eating up some more of the time. We got tank modes coming out from... what was it? Ifro? Who does get taken out from it. Oh, and Bizkts getting to actually get control of that point, not even a meter away from where they would have gone into another round. So if they can actually hold this position, they have a good chance of taking this map, and then we go into a map 5.
But the Bizkts have big stick. You little man, you a big stick.
You got a big stick? Why?
I have big stick, you have no stick. I smack you, you go down.
Oh, Ifro taking out
Sigma Rock.
both the tank and the Bastion. It's going to stall them from being able to actually engage yet again for at least another like 10, 12 seconds, 15 seconds or something like that. If they can get another stagger, that'll be really key if the other, if Team Habibi keeps trying to poke out like this. Like with... Ooh, that actually could have been real good too. And it looks like they've been found going around this back alley thing as they're walking around. Still have Hanzo right now, just up top. He almost got picked off there. Out come the grab Flux. And this is going to finish off the Bizkts, and this actually gives them the ability to start pushing onto this point. But they're only going to have, like, what, 30 seconds left on this. Holy smokes, this ball yet again trying to stall. And everybody's going to focus on this Bastion. It's not really going to do a whole lot to actually end up stalling out at this point in time. They just need to be able to keep cool and take each one individually as they come, and they'll eventually end up getting the point. But having 3.5 minutes to escort a payload versus 1. Not that it's not doable, but it's going to be a tough one.
3-3. Initiating match.
Whew, it's cold outside. Man. Whew. Sorry, I had to get a battery from my controller.
Oh, your controller died.
It's dying, and my other one didn't charge for some reason.
All right. So we get to see Bizkts on the attack. Yeah. Oh, sorry, on the defense. But, like, yeah, they ended up getting it in. They got it in overtime. So we're looking at 1 minute for Team Habibi to try and see where they can actually get this to. And then it'll be Bizkts having almost 4 minutes. Like, they got 3 minutes and 40 seconds, basically, to get, you know, whatever distance. Now, I mean, Habibi could technically, if they do well, take it all the way through in a minute. It's not like I've never done that myself.
Right.
But
yeah, I mean, you can do it. We watched Habibi do that a couple maps ago. They just went. Their last map, actually.
Looks like we're going to be going with, yet again, so we're sticking with the Bastion comps. Actually, we're sticking with the exact same mirror comp that we got going on here. So they've gone up into the actual bridge itself, and it's just going to be a matter of the shield game itself right now. Bizkts backing off a little bit, letting themselves regroup. It's going to allow them to get on point. They want to be able to actually get the high ground advantage. And this, Meadow Man is unprotected. He needed to drop down and point a little bit sooner. Now they ended up being able to burn right through it. Meanwhile, we have Ash that's above, just getting dynamite explosions on everyone, just burning through. Meanwhile, the payload is actually getting some progress underneath the bridge, and this is going to be when Battle Bizkts needs to swap their location. They took the right path. And this is where things are going to be getting like super intense right about now. No, there's no immortality field for either team. Bizkts is going to have theirs in a second though. And this is going to be how they're going to need to stabilize. There we go.
Yeah, into the overtime. Habibi trying to hold it, but Rifkin... Oh.
No, Habibi is actually doing great in this team fight. They actually have stabilized, and they're actually going to get a little bit more progress.
Alright.
And Lil Slim actually ends up taking out Cousins in the back. That's a pretty bad stagger, and they do happen to get to the first point doorway. And they continue on this path. They could easily end up pushing it all the way if they don't get grouped up. Oh,
there's still an overtime.
Lil Slim getting Ifrobama out of the way ASAP. Bob coming out, holding down this corner, putting out some threat. And Bastion goes down yet again. And Meadow Man following up with the pulse bombs in order to keep this rolling. They just got to end up making sure they can get these last few guys staggered if they want to keep up this roll. They're going to actually have the second doorway.
Yo, even if they do get disappointed, they're fighting their ass off to get this point. Hey, baby?
Oh, they are.
But even if they do, Blitz made such a significant push to them. This is their first push. It's crazy. Their time is nuts.
Kyle getting the Tracer off their back line, so they just got it to the doorway, but that is really good for only having a minute. Team Habibi does have a shot. If they can actually end up putting a strong defense through the first 2 points, that's enough time to actually eat away at all 3 minutes.
Initiating match.
Alright. Bro, this has been exciting. Watchpoint Gibraltar is nuts, bro.
I love Watchpoint Gibraltar.
Mm-hmm. Another map I enjoy.
I heavily enjoy it.
There's some games though.
Ready.
Some games.
There's a lot of fun stuff you can actually, because we actually, like I said, we come here on Tuesday. You versus me.
Yep. Sure do.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
It's gonna be fun.
Oh,
I'm gonna be having fun.
We're gonna have fun too.
Alright.
Yet again.
Mirror match.
Close. I mean, we're seeing a Hanzo versus a Mei. Mei actually is smart because they can actually end up relocating the enemy Bastion out from behind shields. Hanzo also is pretty good because you can use the Hanzo to actually just burst down the Bastion really quick. Ooh, he almost gets caught though. Lil Slim does need to actually get out of there. And they pull the tanks right off point. First bout of the fight ends up going off, and Ifrobama does go down. But meanwhile, we do have Kyle, who's just pushing the payload underneath the thing regardless. And Team Habibi has relocated themselves onto the other side of this point.
Trying to push it along, get some trouble, and Maywall.
Lil Slim getting some picks off of the Battle Bizkts at this point in time. Deathstroke finishing off Pat. It's always great when you end up seeing the mirrored heroes take out their mirror.
I mean,
I love that. It's just like, no, I'm the only Baptiste here.
we've definitely done that in some of our games.
Out comes
Just
the
mirror
dragon
them.
to stop that push from going through, but they do... oh, sorry, not stop, but it does kind of delay it a little bit. And this actually may have given them a little bit of time that they needed. And Kyle almost going down after that halt combo. We now have Bastion unprotected. Never mind, he got his shield back up. And Ifro does happen to rip through both the tank line and the
Moving the payloads to the destination.
Bastion himself.
There goes Blitz pushing it again. Got that pirate ship going on.
Please move behind the barrier.
Still a minute and 40 seconds left. Get to that next point. It looks like Habibi's gonna let them. Nope, they're gonna try and stop
No,
him.
they're gonna try and stop them. They don't want this to actually go the way that it... Oh, and it doesn't matter because that wall prevented them from being able to actually contest. That was actually pretty clever from Cousin right there.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And Kyle's getting some pretty good pulls. If only some of the follow-up actually is a little bit more communicated. There's been some pretty good opportunities to pull them into points. Kyle unable to make it through the doorway, but they do get...
Okay, they're through.
They got 60 seconds to get to this last point here. Team Habibi's really got to end up getting themselves grouped up together to contest. There's probably going to be maybe a singular fight left to actually decide who ends up winning this map.
There. Yeah, there is going to be one fight left. Unless they can get on the point for a couple seconds. Oh,
and out comes both the dragons plus the... and they do happen to get to the door. The door does start to open. They just gotta... yeah, nope. There we go. That is it going to Battle Bizkts. And we are going to a map 5.
2-2, baby.
Oh, 2-2.
Balls. Is this like the closest match that we've had, like, all season?
In this tier, probably, maybe. I've actually seen a good chunk of, like, really close maps, so matches in general. Like, there's been a number of map 5s.
I guess I wasn't watching one of those ones, or I was casting, and it was just like tunnel vision.
Baby. But,
Ripkin immediately in the chat.
Just getting started.
oh, man.
So we're tied up, man.
All
This next
tied
one, it
up.
takes it.
Yeah, this is where we decide who brings home the points.
Woof. Hey, pussy. Kitty. Meow. What's our next map?
Our next map brings us to Nepal, I believe.
Nipple. Oh, I think it's time for another toke. That was exciting. Definitely got me amped up to work up my fucking Smurf so I can place it. See
Looks
how
like
that
I'm
goes.
actually just double checking the map itself. Yep. No, sorry, it's Lijiang Tower. I was incorrect.
Did we go to Lijiang already?
No, we were at Oasis earlier today.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, sorry, Nepal is during our game, I think. I don't know.
No. We're not.
No,
We're not doing
it's
Nepal. Kings Road, Lijiang, Gibraltar.
Isn't it our tiebreaker?
I forget the tiebreaker.
But anyways.
Some swap outs.
Yeah, we got Nicole coming in for death. How do I end up seeing users in chat? There we go.
Hey, don't be toxic there, Ocean Cast.
Yeah, because there's some talk in the Twitch potentially about,
Nothing wrong with console. Sorry, I didn't mean to like hack in there.
Working on DPS, I still on tank. Okay.
What a Habibi! Man.
I'm gonna actually have to.
You get over there, bro?
One sec.
Number 1 Fortnite. Hold up, Ripcan Guardians start doing something. Your opponent. Whoa. Getting saucy in the chat. Super saucy. Oh shit. Oh. Alright, mic's on. I just want to take this opportunity. Both teams fucking doing dink. Man, this has been a really good fight. I've been actually really enjoyed watching this. Makes me ready to go place my shizzle. Hopefully that turns out right. I can only aspire to be like you guys. Alas, I'm only a gold. Want for me. What you doing over there, brah? Ew. Amen. We're waiting on Guardians to do his thing.
Here we go.
Alright. He's alive.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
Lijiang Tower. Oh man. Let's do it to it. Oh yeah, baby.
Initiating match.
This is one of my favorite maps too. I like Lijiang Tower. Baby, we're dancing. We're just dancing in the dark. Ooh.
Ready for battle.
You can't hear my music, can you?
No.
Good, good. We do not want demonetization.
No, we do not. No.
Well, alright. Looks like we got a little switch up on the blitz.
5,
Watch this.
4.
Paused.
Wait, what happened? Why?
Because I'm asking them all to get out of the stream.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, let's get back to the game. We had our fun talking on the stream.
3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Anyway. Still got 2 Sigma Racers. See 2 Reapers.
We are
Two
seeing
Moiras.
close to a mirror copy yet again.
Close. But they're Habibi's running that
First
Reaper
pick
May.
does go up onto Meadow. Ripkin does follow up with getting Lil Slim on there, so that means the entire DPS lineup is gone. They do get both the tanks as well, so now it's just the two supports fending for their lives as Meadow Man ends up returning into the fight. Nicole does get taken out, and them Bizkts take the biscuit.
It's probably smart if they take out that Reaper first, the best they can.
And Reaper is in their backline at the moment. He doesn't actually happen to get any picks, but he does actually manage to get himself out. Now they're walled in, and they're not going to be able to get themselves out.
Oh, no! Man, that was a good push by the Habibi. Here they come, trying to take the point. Battle Blitz, Bizkts, 20% on the rising, but here comes the cat with Habibi. a bunch of tea bags by everybody. It's a turn and salty. Get some pepper.
Excellent. They've now swapped the entire strat from the other team from going straight into the choke room. Out comes Flux, but it doesn't get anybody in there. And now we got Meadow Man trapped outside. Ooh. And I think that they ended up eating the Blizzard from May.
What?
Ifro eating it with the that little suck thing. I can't remember what it's called.
That's kinetic grasp.
Yeah, that's one. Kinetic something or other.
Yeah, because they did that with the robot in Chappie. Had a kinetic grasp and everything tried to shoot shit at it. And it's like ding, 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 ding.
It does look like we've swapped to having May on both sides here.
Monster coming out and get nobody.
Nobody getting caught in that. Leighton does actually get taken out from Ifro, but now Ifro is stuck between both of his team and like in the middle of the enemy, getting killed himself. Out comes Grab Flux from
Basement.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can't
there we
remember
go.
their goddamn
They
name.
take the point.
Habibi, Jesus. How the hell do I keep flashing on that?
Just think of fucking that movie, that Adam Sandler movie, Remote. Habibi! My name is Prince Habibi. Alright, Mr. Habababa. No, Habababa is chewing gum. Prince Habibi is not chewing gum. Alright, so Habibi holds point. Here comes the fucking May ult. Freezing up. Habibi pushing her back. But pushing on his point, trying to take it.
Ripkin ripping through them. That Reaper doing a lot of the work.
It's looking like Blitz's gonna push him off the point at the moment. Oh, yep.
Blitz to retake.
Yep, there they go.
Reaper. Reaper slept before getting on point.
Had not a chance.
Now this, it's funny because this is continually going back and forth, like just like we've been seeing pretty much all friggin' game.
Yeah, no, this is great. You know, this has been like an actual, like, you know, like a fist fight, like a UFC type fight. They're feeling out each other in the first round.
Blizzard.
Oh man, there goes Blizzard, locking up a bunch of blitz. Ew, here comes the BB turn, playing the point. May and Hog are reaching to trying to stay in there. Got the bongos out, here comes the Blossom. He gets taken out.
To no avail. Looked like they do retake, but really, Battle Bizkts really only needs to get one good fight in there, but they're gonna have to get in quick. They're gonna have to regroup and get in there, because if they can actually get, I mean, nobody really has much in the way of ult at this point in time, so it's gonna be just the raw mid-fight. We got the Flux that comes out, and that's about it. Actually, Ifro got him pretty quick comparatively.
You were talking about that raw fight. That's why they pulled out that Reiner, maybe. Oh man, look, there goes some old. Ooh! Oh man, that man just take out a couple good. Yep, there goes the BB. Holding the point, taking that round. Wow. Look, man, all this shit's really inspiring. I hope I don't get a bunch of douchebags when they start printing. Fuck. So let me tell a funny story real quick. I was playing comp, and I'll just put my headset on and like take out my mic just so I can listen. And there was like 2 dudes talking, and a third dude who didn't have his mic on, who was a healer, and they kept bashing on the hair like, dude, you suck, blah blah blah, this and that. And then at the end of the match, he finally came on. Well, why don't I hear team? They were fucking bashing on me. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my god, it was so funny. An actual verbal fight broke out. It was so fucking funny. I didn't get to put in my 2 cents until before they all quit out. But all right, so let's see who's getting up there first, man. Come blitz, holding strong. Another mirror comp again. I've seen a couple swaps, you know, in order to do different things, which I'd like to see. I was just talking about that earlier in the game. Big old fight in the front room. And there goes a research. Looks like Habibi's gonna take it to the point.
Yeah.
Yep, did they go? Habibi. First control point. I'm seeing a pharmacy. Ooh. It's always good to see a cool pharmacy, you know. Is that gonna do them good?
Regenerating your cellular structure. My ultimate is almost charged.
I don't know, because that means we got knocked off for Habibi holding him back 25% and climbing on the point.
We are seeing a Rhino-Rissa get out of here. We do have a Reaper teleport somewhere that I've just heard. I'm not entirely certain as to where it is, but...
He's looking...
Oh, and Meadow gets caught without his team and unable to get out. This is going to be a good start to the fight for Bizkts. Actually, sorry, we're still waiting for Reinhardt to get back anyways, so... They got the res up on Meadow, and they're starting to get some of that pressure out. The Blizzard comes out, and it does actually get Kyle caught yet again outside of from his team. Unfortunately, that's Reaper ult just got no picks out of that.
70% and climbing for Habibi.
Oh no, that's unfortunate.
Battle Bizkts, man.
Again, Reinhardt gets caught from without. He didn't get the bubble. Reaper got in the middle of it. Out comes Bizkts Blizzard, and see if they're able to get some picks out through that. They do happen to get the enemy May. Oh, no. And Space is just ripping yet again.
Bizkts are in trouble this one.
And that ends up being Team Habibi taking the entire series.
Alright, where's my... There we go. My God. I can feel the sweat on both teams. I can feel the sweat on both teams' hands. It's on mine. Goodness.
Man.
Yeah, I'm motivated to beat some ass now on competitive.
Yeah, I'm just going to immediately go eat after this. I am starving.
That's a good way to celebrate.
Just fucking starving, and I had food that showed up probably on map 3, at the midway point, end of map 3, something like that, on Horizon. Anyways, well, that was pretty crazy. I'm actually going to end up having to go, so I'm not going to necessarily be able to do a actual MVP interview myself, because it was a lot later.
We can do it next
expecting.
time.
We'll have
be
to.
All right.
But if you want to end up, who from, because I mean, since Team Habibi it did end up taking the win, our MVP will come from them, and then we'll do an honorable mention from either side.
Who do you think did the best on
Oh, I want to hear your opinion first.
Saw some good stuff out of Nano.
Nano's pretty good. I liked Space from the last couple maps actually on the Sigma. Sigma was pretty key in that. Lil Slim actually had some good stuff mid series that impressed me.
Do I need to grab a quarter?
Go for it. Let's go quarter games here.
All right, hold up. So.
But it was pretty tough. I think space was pretty integral for those last couple maps. The Sigma play on both sides actually was pretty good.
Yeah, no, I cannot deny
Bizkts
that.
turned that around a lot when they ended up deciding to get off of doing the Roadhog Orisa. I mean, not that the Roadhog Orisa wasn't working, but there were times, like for instance, during the bunker, probably could have been. I want to say a better choice to go with the double shield at that point rather than the. Because I mean, sorry, not bunker. I meant the Bastion bunker specifically.
Yeah.
Because when you get the Bastion out there, right, like the whole win condition is keep that Bastion alive, and sometimes it did happen to fail, and they were actually rocking just an Orisa because it's only one shield to keep them alive.
Yeah, I mean, I did like Spaceman's Sigma, but I'm a little biased for tanks and Sigmas. I love a good Sigma play because man, he. If you can do tank and off, tank and off tank with a Sigma, like that can change tides. And they were pretty consistent hanging on to their Sigma Orisa stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give it to Spaceman. Spaceman was tank.
All right, and if you had honorable mentions, I mean, Nano it was a solid choice from Team Habibi for an honorable mention, since that was also
Definitely.
your other. And then
Kyle
Battle Bizkts.
Kyle and Ephraim. Let's not really mention the whole other team because like it was such a tight match, man. Like I'm so torn. I'm really so torn. I feel like a lot of that trash talk in the chat definitely put a fire under both of them for the last two maps, and they both fought tooth and fucking nail.
Oh, definitely.
To get that match, and ultimately it came down to Habibi. Well, I mean, we'll see how the rest of the season goes, man. I mean, if maybe you guys could have a rematch.
So who's your choice for the, you said Ifro or Kyle?
Kyle was doing dank with his, he was a solid Orisa.
Yeah, no, I agreed on that for the front there.
He protected his team, and I'm gonna always honorably mention the healers because,
we're nowhere without them.
Right, without the healer, that's freaking hard, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a good healer behind you while you're doing tank things or doing DPS things, like.
To be fair, I mean, the game as a whole, tanks and supports are what carry the game. You can have your damage go down and still end up having the sustain in order to maintain like your presence and some pressure and everything still there, at least until they've returned or right. I mean, I know that the whole concept is like, oh yeah, well, DPS are supposed to get the picks and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, but they can't do it without being enabled by the other people. So if their tanks and support lines aren't there, they're not going to be able to. So they do actually.
Go on.
I was going to say they do basically carry the game. Oops, I actually put it in the wrong order here when I typed it in.
But yeah, no, that's partially why I'm pretty biased to the tanks. Because if you're not you need to shield your team.
Space made years of space. I like Q. Q chimes in, he's like, yeah, space made years of space. Oh yeah, you know what? The May was pretty good too. Those in that last map, those May walls were fantastic. They kept splitting up the tanks. That was pretty key.
Cousins May wall in the last match, at the first point, that was a pivotal one. That was a pivotal one. That gave them so much time in the end.
Yeah.
Ultimately coming down to a tie. But still, that was a smooth ass move, man.
Definitely.
But I guess with that, we'll let you out there do your thing. Let's give a shout out to everybody who's watching, both teams who played. It was such a dank game. Anybody who is still watching and does watch us later, drop a like, man. Hit a subscribe. Maybe hit a donation. Put a penny in the bucket. you know, you guys are what makes this channel. If you're not watching, like, we're just doing this for us. And we want your participation.
All right. I gotta run though. So
All right, Guardians.
I'm gonna end up ending this. Thank you everyone, and we shall see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. for our next game.